Hey guys, welcome back to In the Kitchen. Last time I showed you how to make perfect eggs, but you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. So this week I'm going to show you how to make an omelet. First, you're going to want to cook some Canadian bacon or your meat of choice. It's better if you cook it beforehand, just to ensure that it's completely cooked all the way through and it'll taste better. You'll also want to chop up the veggies you're going to use, but there's like a billion videos on YouTube of people chopping onions, so I'm not going to do that here. You're going to need your cooked meat of choice, some eggs, butter, pepper, onion, and cheese, but you can also mix whatever toppings you'd like. You'll need a bowl to mix it all in, a fork to break up the eggs and mix all the ingredients together, and a spoon to scoop out the ingredients. Of course, you also need a frying pan and a spatula. The bigger the better. I like this one because it's very adept at flipping entire omelets at once. So then you want to mix up your ingredients. We'll start with the eggs. Take the eggs one at a time, break them into the bowl. You want to do 2 eggs per omelet. You make any more than that, just add 2. In this case I'm making 2 omelets, so it's going to be 4 eggs. So you got your eggs in the bowl, just break the yolks with a fork, start beating them up. Once the yolks are broken, you want to take and kind of whip it a little bit. It's just pulling underneath and tossing the eggs back up. So then you take your scooper. I like to do 1 scoop of each veggie per omelet. So scoop of peppers for the first one, second scoop. Onions can be pretty strong, so you can even do like 1 big scoop and then a smaller scoop, just so you're not overpowered with onions. Then of course you've got your meats. Let's toss all that in there. And don't forget the cheese. Just take, a little pinch for each omelet. You don't want to go too crazy with the cheese. I know what you're thinking, that sounds like blasphemy, but you've got so many other ingredients there. If you use too much cheese, it's gonna just become less of an omelet and more of a cheese pile. Right, so just give it a good mix. Make sure everything's uniformly blended. Now, if you want to be real picky about it, you can use 2 separate bowls to make sure that each omelet gets the exact same amount of ingredients. But I like to throw luck into the mixture, make it a little game of chance, who gets more of what. Then you're going to take and heat up the pan. Want to do about a medium heat. Like I said, for this oven it tends to get hot pretty quickly, so you don't want to go too crazy. Alright, once the butter is nice and melted, you take your omelet mixture. Get this a little more. And you try to get about half of it into the pan. Make sure to scoop from the bottom because the meat likes to stick to the bottom. So if you want some meat in there, you're going to have to scoop a little bit. So it looks like about half. Just let it distribute across the pan. You're going to want a medium-sized pan, not too small because then the omelet's going to be too thick and it's not going to flip right. Too large and you'll just have a really paper-thin omelet that you can't flip easily. Since there's a lot of ingredients, we're going to keep it simple for this one. We got salt, we got pepper. Not too much of each. So you want to watch for the edges starting to solidify a little bit. Make sure the omelet can still move around freely, so it's not stuck. A little bit of a hole in this one, but that's okay. It'll seal itself up the longer it cooks. So once it starts to steam and it looks pretty solid, you can try to flip it. Just take the spatula, just slide it right underneath, and give it a flip. You know it's cooked on one side when it starts to brown. You can see the peppers and onions getting a little crispy too, so that's nice. We like to see that. You can add a little bit more seasoning on the other side if you want. Slide around, make sure everything's all together. And look at that. Perfect omelet. I think we did pretty good. It's pretty solid. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out all the other In the Kitchens and stay tuned for future episodes. We're going to be doing a lot of cooking, a lot of food reviews, a lot of comparisons. It's going to be really fun, so enjoy.